Another week on the road. This will be 4 out of 5 weeks on the road. So it's we're in the middle of a real grind, playing a really really good Illinois team this week, and I think they've won all but one match this year. So we're excited about going to their place.
Questions for Coach Sheffield? Again, we have mics on either side. Dennis?
You had a couple days and basically one full practice to go from kind of a disastrous night in Minneapolis to get ready for another tough team on the road. What was your priorities, and what was the difference in your team you saw 3 days apart?
Yeah, I mean that's Wednesday night shook us to the core. I mean there's no easy way around that. That's we haven't been a part of too many of shellackings like that, and our team was they were certainly down. They were frustrated. Sure, lost a little bit of confidence from that, or a lot of confidence from that, and so you're trying to put the pieces back together and try to move past that as quick as you can, because you've got another team that had only lost one match all year, a top 20 team on their own floor, and that demands every bit of attention that you have, and so we discussed a little bit and we tried to move forward, and I thought our team just did a fantastic job of just being gritty at Purdue. It wasn't pretty, but it was certainly gritty. I just realized that I'm this close to sound like a Dr. Seuss book, but I just thought we did a really good job of just come out there and showing a lot of strength and battling.
That was witty. It was gritty and pretty. Go ahead again.
You want to take this thing on the road?
I know there were personnel changes, lineup changes, and then it seemed like attitudinal changes. What was the bigger thing? Did you do anything strategically, or was it more of a mindset approach to what you were trying to accomplish?
A lot. I didn't think we weren't figuring things out at Minnesota. I think we were just, we were stunned and back on our heels, and those things happen. It's, I didn't think our communication and figure it out ability was very good, and so, there was a part of it that just make sure that you're having the right mindset when you get. When you get slugged across the chin, and just being able to, get your wits and pick yourself back up, dust yourself off, and go. I think we just laid down there and we let somebody just continue to kick sand in our face, figuratively, and so there's a toughness that you have to have, and so I think that was one thing. I don't know if that's a thing that that you necessarily figured out, but you've got to be mindful and purposeful about how you're going to handle it when somebody else is having their moment. We made some adjustments. Emmy went into the libero position. It wasn't anything that Tiffany had not done. It just the numbers had shown us that Emmy had deserved that shot, and I thought she played really well at Purdue. We had Sarah Dodd in the defensive specialist position, and we moved Daniel Hart into the lineup, and she played right side for the first 2 sets, and then middle in the third set, and so we slid Tiana over to the right side. So we did a few things personnel-wise that were a little bit different, and I was happy the way that we stuck with it. We had one day of practice of kind of working through a little bit of that, so it cost us some points at some times with some miscommunication things, but I really liked how the group worked together.
You faced Poulter for 3 years, and she's, I think, emerged maybe as the best setter in the country. What makes her so tough, and how have you seen her grow from year to year?
Yeah, Jordan's awfully good. It's she's very physical, strong. She can make every set. She can fling it around. It's very difficult to read her. I think she does a really good job of staying neutral when she's setting. She keeps everybody involved. So sometimes the pass dictates where the setter sets the ball, and she probably has a little bit more range of where she wants to go. She's got a really good arsenal of people to set to. Bastianelli, All-American middle, one of the top blockers in the country. I think those two have developed a very good connection. Their outsides are just, very, very competitive. I think they do a really good job. Got a nice libero in there. I mean, it's real balance, and they're led for, one of the best competitors and one of the best setters in the country.
Brian?
I know you like looking ahead, but with that Minnesota match, you obviously sound disappointed with how your team played. So can you draw from that as this season goes along, knowing that you've got a lot, I mean, Illinois starting with, and then what you've got to come, that, hey, you can figuratively slap them in the face and say, if we're not our best.
Yeah, I don't know. I just walked by football practice up there, and I see they've got the Freedom Trophy up there, and then they had another trophy their last game that had a pig on it or something, and another one that's got an axe on it. I think one of the issues in volleyball, we don't play for enough trophies. So maybe it was a lack of motivation on our end. That certainly comes down to the head coach, and so I'll certainly take the blame for that. Maybe Hugh and I can figure out something that we're playing for. I don't know. It's the Big Ten. It's you can't feel sorry for yourself too much because you're playing another top 20 team in Purdue, and then we've got another whatever these guys will be ranked this week, 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there at their place. And so I have no idea if I answered your question or not, but that's okay. We'll move forward, and the Minnesota match was a lifetime ago, so we'll have our attention for Illinois.